Hello, my dear students. This is P. Venkateshwarlu, PhD Physics. Yesterday we discussed about the content of 10th chapter, Mechanical Properties of Fluids. Today we will discuss about Pascal's law of pressure transmission. Pascal's law for fluid pressure. Okay. So in previous case we have discussed about Pascal's law. In a static fluid, the pressure is same at all points which are in same height. Okay. So in this case, Pascal's law for transmission fluid pressure. See here what happened. So whenever pressure exerted by a static fluid, this pressure is transmitted undiminishedly in all directions. Means the pressure transmitted in a static fluid is equal in all directions undiminished. Means without changing pressure, without decreasing pressure, pressure can apply into all directions equally. Okay, understand my listener? So what is Pascal's law? Pascal's law states that pressure in a static fluid is transmitted in all directions undiminishedly. Means so without decreasing the pressure can transmit in all directions. Okay, see here applications is there, applications now. First one, hydraulic lifting. See here applications of this Pascal's law, hydraulic lift and hydraulic brakes, hydraulic press, etc. See here, if we can stop a person or an object, so you need to apply force. Okay, so then we can consider big truck. How we can stop the truck? Okay, so if the truck having minimum 10,000 kg, so it is not able to stop the bus or vehicle by 100% like that. Okay, here we are applying this Pascal's law. So the applications of Pascal's law, hydraulic lift, hydraulic brakes, hydraulic press. Okay, with the help of this hydraulic press, we can stop the moving bus. Okay, by applying brakes. Understand, my student? Coming to hydraulic lift. Okay, so in many cases we can see here in workshop. So in mechanic shop. So we need to observe that hydraulic lift. So hydraulic lift having two cylinders. One is small cylinder, one is large cylinder. Okay. So each cylinder having different radius of cross section. Okay. So different area. Okay. See here the smaller piston means smaller cylinder having area small a. Here we need to apply force. Okay, that is small f. So these two are connected with a pipe. Okay, inside we have to take fluid. Okay, so fluid means any oil you can take. So in this way, according to Pascal's law, pressure transmitted in a static fluid is equal in all directions. Due to this, some force is applied on the other side, that is capital F. Due to this, the larger piston moves upward. In this piston, we have to take any weight objects like car, like this. Okay, understand? See here, you apply small amount of force. Okay, means you are applying pressure. This pressure is transmitted in all directions. So due to this another side, so large piston having some object means that object moves upwards. Okay, understand? In this case, the pressure is constant. P is equal to constant, will not changes. Pressure is constant. Here what is the pressure? Pressure P is equal to F by A. F by A. So and here at larger cylinder pressure is equal to force per unit area. So F is applied force. Okay. See here F, here we can say F is effort. Here F is load. Understand? See here. So how much load we can get? How much load we can get? F. F is equal to capital A by small a into F. Okay. Understand? See here. Suppose we have to apply 10 newtons here. Here another side we have to get more than 10 newtons. Understand, my children? Suppose here example, here small f is equal to 10 newtons and area is equal to small area is equal to 1 meter. Here A is equal to 2 meters. Capital A becomes. How we can find this force means by using this data we can get 2 by 10 into 10. Okay, 20 meters. Understand? Here you can apply 10 newtons means here the load it becomes 20 newtons. 20 newtons means here the mechanical advantage is more material. Okay, see here mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage means load by effort. Load means what, material? Capital. Effort means small f. Capital F by small f is equal to area of the large piston by area of the small piston. Okay, means here it is denoted radius is R1 or smaller. Here radius is capital R. Understand? Now pi capital R square by pi small r square. Pi gets cancelled. Okay, mechanical advantage. MA is equal to R by small r whole square. Okay, mechanical advantage means what, my children? Load by effort. Load by effort is called mechanical advantage. Finally, we can get the expression the square of the ratio of the larger piston to the smaller piston of radius. Okay, my children. So Pascal's law and Pascal's law application. Another one, hydraulic brakes. Okay, so like this, by using fluids, we can apply the force. That force it converted into pressure. This pressure is transmitted all directions. Okay, so this is the main theme of hydraulic brakes, hydraulic press. Understand, my children? Next, buoyancy. Next one, buoyancy. Next, my children, buoyancy. Here, whenever a body immersed in a fluid, wholly or partially. Okay, whenever an object immersed in a fluid, wholly or partially. Here what happens, some fluid is displaced. In this way, some upthrust is acting on the body. Understand? See, you can observe many times, whenever an object immersed in a body, the body, the weight of the body, the apparent weight of the body decreases. Understand my children? Okay, so you think, you know my dear children. Okay, so without this mechanism, you can feel weightless. You can feel weightless when the object is lifted inside the water. Okay, so with less amount of force, we can lift any weight. Okay, understand? See here, buoyancy means conserve fluid, conserve object which is immersed in a static fluid. Okay, so here two forces are acting due to pressure. So due to this, what happened? This object can experience some force. Okay, understand my children? See here, whenever an object immersed in water or in fluid, that object experiences upthrust. Understand? So that we can say buoyancy, which is defined as an upthrust or upward force. Upthrust or upward force acting on the body which is immersed inside a fluid, partially or wholly. That force is called buoyancy. My children. Okay, so and here in this case, how we can find buoyancy? See here, how we can find buoyancy? By using Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle states that the buoyancy force is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the body immersed part. See, by using the overflow jar, we have to find that force. Okay, see here, conserve body and tie a thread. Okay, which is immersed in a fluid. Okay, some of the part is displaced by the body, which is in, we have to take measuring flask. Okay, understand? See here, buoyancy force or upthrust is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the body immersed part. Okay, see here, how we can find that buoyancy force means the buoyancy force which gives the weight of the fluid displaced by the body immersed part. See here, so whenever this object immersed in fluid is displaced, okay, we can measure fluid in this case measuring flask. We can weight that fluid. Okay, that weight gives buoyancy force. Okay, the weight of the see here, upward force or buoyancy force. So in this case, the buoyancy force or upthrust or buoyancy is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the immersed part, which gives the buoyancy force. Understand how we can find? Understand? Now, how we can find that weight means by using this formula, we have to find the buoyancy force. See here, we know that when an object is immersed inside the fluid in previous condition, okay, this is height here, P2, sorry, in this way F2 acting, here F1 acting, okay, from the last derivation. So what we have to get, that is P P2 minus P1 is equal to rho GH. Okay, understand? So from that we can get what? F2 minus F1 into A is equal to rho GH. Understand? Now this formula we need to F2 minus F1 is equal to rho GH into A. Understand? Okay, so in previous one we have denoted buoyancy force. Buoyancy force, we know that upthrust is acting. Okay, next weight of the body. See here, the weight of the body, it is denoted W. Okay, see here the condition, weight of the body is greater than buoyancy force. Weight of the body is greater than buoyancy force. So what happened? Weight of the body is greater than buoyancy force means the body will sink. Weight of the body is equal to buoyancy force. Okay, what happened? The body floats. Okay, next, weight of the body is less than buoyancy force, so the body floats. Okay, see here my student. So we know that buoyancy and weight of the body. So whenever the body which is float means in which condition the object weight is equal to buoyancy force. In this case the body will float. So when object sink, weight of the body is greater than the buoyancy force. Okay, in this case we know that weight of the body is equal to weight of the fluid displaced. Okay, so weight of the body immersed part is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the immersed part. Weight of the body, we know that weight of the body W equal to mg. Okay, here what is m? Mass in the form of, we can take density. Okay, density is equal to mass per unit volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. See here, what matters is density of the solid and volume of the solid into G. Understand? We know that weight of the body W is equal to mc. Okay, m mass means what? From the density, mass is equal to density into V. Okay, here it is body. That's why rho s, density of solid, Vs, volume of the solid, acceleration due to gravity. Here in this case, what we have to take? Okay, fluid we have to take. So weight of the fluid is equal to mc. So we know that weight of the fluid, it is denoted density of liquid. Okay, density of liquid, then volume of the immersed part. See here, whenever the object is immersed, in this case the only some part is immersed inside the fluid, that immersed part into G. Okay, G gets cancelled. Okay, rho S Vs is equal to rho L Vp. Okay, density of solid into volume of the solid is equal to density of liquid and volume of the immersed part. Okay, so density of solid by density of liquid is equal to what, medicine? Volume of the immersed part divided by volume of the solid. Volume of the solid. Understand, medicine? So this is about what? This is about buoyancy. This is about buoyancy. Understand, medicine? This Pascal's law, applications of Pascal's law. Pascal's law means what, medicine? Yes, pressure transmitted in a static fluid which is transmitted equal in all directions. Applications of hydraulic lift. Hydraulic lift based on the principle of Pascal's law. Okay, so in this case, if some force is applied on the smaller piston, it is multiple and it becomes larger. Okay, so then buoyancy means we know that an upthrust acting on the body when body immersed in fluid. Okay, so next, Archimedes principle. So what is the Archimedes principle? My dear children, Archimedes principle means whenever an object immersed in wholly or partially, an upthrust is acting on the body. Okay, so in this case, upthrust is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the body. Okay, see here, weight of the fluid displaced by the body is called Archimedes principle. Okay, understand, my children? Archimedes principle.